Yesterday we were taught a Bharatiya song by Ranga. That song said that Jadi Perume Illa, it said that castes are not that important. So we learned about how people are suffering in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. We saw a lot of protests, a few clips on how they protest for schooling and stuff. And we were made to play games to understand how people suffer. Like over here, in one game, we were made to sit in 3 rows, and the last row was not able to put the papers in a bin. So why is that? Because we were made to sit at the last row, we were not able to see the can. So that's what is happening. So people who have better privilege, they are put in first, and the others are ignored. That's what we learned yesterday.
Anybody else? Okay, go ahead.
So after that, like we actually in that activity where we sitting classes, like class A, class B, and class C. And class A were able to put easily rather than class B and class C. And we had a quite debate like why class A had because they were in front and able to put, but class B and class C cannot put because they were far behind, and some of them are short, and some are not able to reach and so distance. And so and from that we learned that who are in class A were like upper classes. They had so much of privileges to do all the works, but class B like they get some privileges, but class C like they didn't get any privileges and get ignored, and even they did something which is reflecting wrong in society, and they were pushed to downward by the social media and social and surrounding the social part. And next we talk about what leads to poverty and what is poverty, and we saw some films like based on poverty, and then we had good lunch, and then again we continue to say
ironic, right? You speak about poverty and have good lunch.
And then
that's us though.
So then we continued about what really poverty does, and what a malnutrition and what leads to malnutrition, and who will push down these lower caste people. And I feel like the government 50% what government did actually pushed many of them to the lower caste. And we saw, and again we saw a 45-minute film made by Anurag Singh, and which is very touching and very like we actually understood who's like leading in malnutrition or poverty, and who's like saving themselves from malnutrition and everything.
Right, Anjali, maybe you or even you.
Okay, to begin with, initiated. Okay, ஆரம்பிக்கிறச்ச எப்படி ஆரம்பிச்சோன்னா பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாருக்குமே வந்து 7 வார்த்தை கொடுத்துருவாங்க. அந்த 7 வார்த்தை என்னன்னா டெமோக்ரஸின்னா என்ன, டெமோக்ரஸின்னு சொன்ன உடனே வர ஒரு வார்த்தை நம்மளுக்கு என்ன, இப்போ எல்லாருமே ஒரு பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ் கொடுத்துருவாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் தண்ணி, இன்இக்வாலிட்டி, ஈக்குவாலிட்டி, ரைட்ஸ், டூல் அண்ட் ஆப்ரேஷன், இதெல்லாமே வந்து நம்ம எல்லாரையும் அந்த ஒரு இப்போ annihilation-னா அந்த 3 எடுத்துட்டு வராங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் summarizes what whole of a constitution of India is all about. நெக்ஸ்ட் வந்து இந்த கிளியாங்கல்ல இருக்க ஒரு வார்த்தை was explained. For example, it starts with justice, then liberty, freedom. அதுக்கப்புறம் it goes on till fraternity. அதுக்கப்புறம் the 3 aspects which was covered yesterday was about land rights. If you are being oppressed, the first thing that is being taken away from you is land rights. Next comes the education. If you don't have the privilege of being in an elite part of the society, you are oppressed in the form of education. Next comes malnutrition, which was portrayed very perfectly through the documentary. There, tribals in Madhya Pradesh suffered a lot.
So, all of us, starting from these small children, we are all aware of that there is poverty existing, there is caste discrimination existing in India. But this workshop was all about understanding the magnitude of it, understanding needs right now.
And at last they end with like a question of are we oppressing or oppressed, and like
Yeah, I think that
we're
we'll
going to
have to wait to.
wait.
Yes.
We're going to
Anjali, go.
At the moment when we had this question, in the video there was this old woman in Rajasthan. Trunk பெட்டியில வந்து அவங்களுக்கு மீட்டர் பாக்ஸ் கொடுத்திருந்தாங்க and switch board கொடுத்திருந்தாங்க. அவங்க நல்லா அழகா ட்ரங்க் பெட்டியில வச்சிருக்காங்க. 95ல இருந்து அவங்களுக்கு வந்து எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி சப்ளை தரோம் சொல்லிட்டு அந்த ஸ்கீமே வந்து 3 டைம்ஸ் மாத்திட்டாங்க. இது காங்கிரஸ் கவர்மெண்ட் இருக்கும்போது ராஜீவ் காந்தி கிராமீன் அந்த மாதிரி யோஜனா நடந்துச்சு. இப்போ இவங்க பிஜேபி வரும்போது there was தீன் தயாள் உபாத்யா கிராம் சுரக்ஷா யோஜனா மாத்தினாங்க. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி வந்து they had so many names. ஸ்கீம்ஸே வந்து 3 டைம்ஸ் பேர் மாத்திட்டாங்க. But still that old lady doesn't have electricity. கூட வந்து ஒரு குழந்தை வேற இருக்கு. அந்த குழந்தை எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி பொறந்ததுன்னே பார்த்துருக்கானே டவுட் தான். Exactly. So see the நம்மளால வந்து கொஞ்ச நேரம் கூட எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி இருக்க முடியல. பத்மா சரி சொல்லிருந்தாங்க ஏசி இல்லனா தூங்கவே முடியாது. அவங்க வந்து எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி லைட்டே இல்லாம தூங்கி இருக்காங்க. அந்த பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவும் இந்த பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவும் பார்க்கும்போது you will see a lot of ரொம்ப in-depth analysis பண்ணலாம்.
I learned yesterday that our Indian constitution is perhaps the best constitution in the world. I mean, it should be the best because this country accommodates people of various castes, religion, society. And if the constitution wasn't this good, I'm sure there would have been n number of civil wars right now in the country.
Beautifully said.
So, I think it's our duty as a citizen of India to read if not the entire constitution, to at least go through the articles and acts that actually matter to us, matter to the citizens of India.
Is there any education, I mean, in the educational system, is there any class where they teach the preamble, teach the articles?
Yeah, they do it in civics.
Not in higher ed, yeah, but civics I know, but
They give the article, they give the article.
Constitution. They just where the preamble.
no, the constitution has so many pages. I'm not talking about that kind.
They give the starting preamble part.
They don't teach. I actually read the preamble of the constitution while I was doing my third year of sociology. I had a paper on legislation of India and constitution. And now when I'm doing my first year of MSW, I had a paper on human rights. Even now I'm studying about
See, but no, that's not what I'm saying. Collegiate education is different.
Collegiate,
See, for example, in my higher secondary, I took political science as a paper. So I studied a little bit of all of this. Okay, but the point is, you can't expect a child to choose the constitutional education as just like how we need sex education. I think we need constitutional education.
It's not a choice at all. They told you have to read that.
I'll answer the question. So NCERT has done away with the subject called civics.
Oh,
Okay, we don't have civics as a separate subject here. It is merged with
Social science.
social science, history, geography. அவ்வளவுதான்
10th
முக்கியமா.
வரைக்கும் I had civics.
So civics இப்போ இல்ல. Class 4 notebook, class 4 ஓட social science bookல front pageல they printed the preamble of the constitution, but it is not explained.
what's the point then?
There is no point.
People, they will just be by hearting the preamble.
And what they have done is there is a lesson on Abraham Lincoln, and hence they've said what we the people, by the people, for the people. After that, they haven't really brought it to the context of India.
But
And the worst thing, there was this article by R.J. Balaji. He interviewed 4 people. Facebook வந்துச்சு. நம்ம ஊர் மக்களுக்கு வந்து எத்தனை கான்ஸ்டிடியூன்சி தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்கு, எப்போ ஓட் பண்ணணும், எப்போல்லாம் கிராம பஞ்சாயத்து நடக்குன்னு தெரியாது. அமெரிக்கால 2 presidential nominees பேர் சொன்னா they can literally say, but our people don't even know who the leaders are.
I'll tell you why. See, I wouldn't blame the people and the children. I blame the system. ஏன்னா நம்ம மீடியா பார்த்து எல்லாமே வந்து நம்ம எது பாப்புலர் கல்ச்சர் கப்பீல் ஆகுதோ அதுதான் செய்வோம். நம்மளுக்கு என்ன தெரியணும்னு தோணும். See, சிம்பிளா இங்க பண்ற கிராஃப்ட் ஐட்டம் எதுவுமே விற்க மாட்டேங்குது தமிழ்நாட்டுல இந்தியால. அதெல்லாம் வெளிநாட்டுக்கு எடுத்துட்டு போய் வித்தோம்னா நல்லா விற்கும். அதே மாதிரி வெளிநாட்டுக்கு எடுத்துட்டு போயிட்டு இங்க எடுத்துட்டு வந்து இம்போர்ட்டட்னு சொல்லி வித்தாலும் விற்கும். Okay, that's the same concept with knowledge also. You don't want to necessarily know your own history, know your own culture, but you want to you want to become globalized. That's what we're going to talk about today. In today's workshop, we're going to explore these concepts that have modernized our society to such an extent that we don't have individual, or we don't want individual identities anymore. Okay, needu want to romba vidyasamana vishayangal. We need to argue panna porom. We don't want to argue panna porom. So why?
Before that, I think they all wanted to have their testimonials. Renuka, do you want to say something? Sure.
Yesterday was very interesting, like the games and all that. It actually told us how people were living and how the government was actually inducing poverty, and poverty was not actually existing, and it made it a worse state of people, and we all became more knowledgeable about all these aspects, and especially about how Rajasthan and Bihar also,
Madhya Pradesh.
all those states, and how people were suffering over there.
I guess everyone has covered all the points. I just wanted to add something that I felt. So at the beginning, we started with the preamble where I felt very empowered knowing the meaning of everything. And at the end of the day, after I watched all the videos and rural development and everything, I felt very socially responsible towards them. I mean, the empowerment that, probably I'm not empowered completely the way the preamble has mentioned, but at least I have some privileges which many of them don't have. So I feel very socially responsible.
Right. Anybody else? Ankita, you wanted to say something?
Okay, so the government has projected a 7% GDP growth which they want. So now they are looking into software, they're looking into IT, they're looking into creating employment opportunities for engineers. Yes, there are a lot of them, we know. But then how about you concentrate on removing poverty? Now,
You brought a very interesting point yesterday about poverty tax.
yeah, so they have this Swachh Bharat. Everyone knows about Swachh Bharat, but actually I haven't seen anything as here, living here, I haven't seen any cleanliness work going on. So instead of giving a 2 rupees tax on every service we take, why don't you bring up a poverty tax? At least 1 rupee. I mean, everyone would want to contribute 1 rupee or 2 rupees. Everyone should have empathy for people. Should have. It's a basic value which everyone should have. So I'm just saying that this is just an idea, like a poverty tax.
I would like to have one point.
Sorry?
These major supermarkets and all, they have these price tags like $9.99, $99 and all that. And instead we give 1,000 rupees and 100 rupees and forget to take that 1 rupee back. And that 1 rupee actually makes a lot of difference. Say about 10,000 people shop in that supermarket a day. They get 10,000 rupees for nothing, right? Without giving the change back. And that 10,000 can actually make a lot of difference when you give that money to a rural area who are suffering. So this is what I would like to extend from her point. Whatever extra money the supermarkets are gaining from the customers, they should add this counter where we should not call it charity because we're not putting the money. We should not call it charity. We should just call it helping funds and something like that.
Infrastructure.
And one more thing, like even
Growth fund.
so even when you give that 1 rupee, it has to correctly reach the people who are suffering poverty, and we need to have a good system where it's up to reach without any between, like no confusion, like daily.
But that requires uncorrupted government.
No, at least
But why are NGOs there for? You can collaborate with many and then.
See, corruption is a very personal thing. Okay, it doesn't mean NGOs are not corrupt. Corruption is a very personal thing. What we need is a robust system to check corruption. ஒரு சின்ன குழந்தை தப்பு பண்ணுறதுனா ரூல்ஸ் வைக்கணும்ல, தப்பு பண்ணா பனிஷ்மெண்ட் கிடைக்கும்ல. நீ வந்து ஒரு எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி பில் கட்டினா லேட்டா கட்டினா அது இது போடலாம், பெனல்ட்டி போடலாம். ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் அஃபிஷியல் வேலை செய்யலாம், அதுக்கு பெனல்ட்டி போடுறோமா? அவன் 30 நாள்ல முடிக்க வேண்டிய வேலையை 300 நாள் எடுத்துக்கிறான். அவன் மேல பெனல்டி இருக்கா? நீ 30 நாள்ல கட்ட வேண்டிய பில்ல 300 நாள் வச்சிருந்தா சும்மா இருப்பானா? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பைசா இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணுவான், அப்புறம் கட் பண்ணிடுவான் எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி. So there needs to be a robust accountability system that holds these. So that's what I was talking to some of you yesterday in podcast irkumbodhu. We are fighting for something called the accountability law. Okay, it's a state law, but it will hopefully become a national law. The law says 4 things. 1, we want all government officials to have a job card. Just like how laborers and everybody else has a job card, நீ உன்னோட வேலை என்ன, நீ எவ்வளவு நாள்ல அந்த வேலையை பண்ணணும், எவ்வளவு நாள்ல பண்ணிருக்க, இதெல்லாம் எங்களுக்கு ஓபன் ஆக்சஸா கிடைக்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு ஜாப் கார்டு இருக்கு எல்லா கவர்மெண்ட் ஆஃபீஷியலும். whether you are a peon or a collector or a mantri, it doesn't matter. Second thing, just like how there is penalty on citizens when they skip out on their responsibility, there needs to be a penalty applied to these karamcharis, these government officials, when they skip out on their responsibility. Third thing, there needs to be compensation. Pension ஒவ்வொரு மாசமும் 500 ரூபாய் கிடைக்கணும்னு இருக்கு. நீ 4 மாசம் கொடுக்கல, 5வது மாசம் ஒரு தரம் கொடுக்கற, அப்புறம் 6வது மாசத்துலயே மறுபடியும் 4 மாசம் கொடுக்கல, ஒரு மாசத்துக்கு கொடுத்துட்ட, மீதி 4 மாசத்துக்கு யார் கொடுப்பா? எங்க போச்சு? யார் பாக்கெட்ல போச்சு? ஏன் காம்பன்சேஷன் இல்ல? So whichever months you have not given that facility, you must compensate, whether it's ration, pension, whatever it is. Third thing is common. Fourth thing we are saying is immediate redress. நீ வந்து enquiry பண்ற, அவனை suspend பண்ற, இதெல்லாம் வேணாம். If there is grievous, repeated corruption charges on somebody, either there should be an independent body that inquires it and immediately either remove them from the job or worst case scenario send them to jail. There is no in between. நான் சஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன், 4 நாள் வீட்டில் உட்காந்துட்டேன், அந்த சஸ்பென்ஷன் போது எனக்கு பைசா கிடைக்கும், நான் பாட்டு வீட்டில் வந்து ஜாலியாக உட்காந்துட்டேன், அந்த வேலையே வேணும். And finally we are saying government schools and government hospitals யோசிச்சு பாருங்க. நம்ம எல்லாம் படிக்கிறோம் கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூல்ல, நம்ம ஏழை மக்கள் படிக்கிறாங்க கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூல்ல. கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூல் ஏதாவது ஒழுங்கா நடக்குதா? படிப்பு ஒழுங்கா போதா? அதுவே அந்த இடத்துல அந்த கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூல்ல அந்த ஊர் எம்எல்ஏவோட, அங்க இருக்கிற எம்பியோட பையன், அங்க இருக்கிற எஸ்பி டிஎஸ்பியோட பொண்ணு, இல்ல அங்க இருக்கிற ஸ்கூல் டீச்சர், அவங்க ஸ்கூல் டீச்சரே அவங்க குழந்தைய பிரைவேட் அனுப்புறாங்க. அதே டீச்சரோட குழந்தை அந்த ஸ்கூல்ல படிச்சா ஒழுங்கா சொல்லி தர